sensible.
Good morning and welcome to MIGHTYOX Trading. Happy Friday. I hope everyone's had a great night, ready for a great day. Markets have been selling off big time. ES 75.28 for a high, 74.72 for a low, so 28 and 28. 56. I can do that math. NQ's high 734. It's dropped all the way down to 177. Wow. So over 570-ish points in range. Copper sold off hugely, bigly. That's like 600 ticks. Ultra bond sold off. Unusual to see more than a point in range on the ultra bond. Very rare. Gold 138 points. Crude oil actually dipped down to 96. So literally everything sold off. It's back up over 100 now, just barely. About almost 4 points in range there. And Bitcoin sitting about 80.5 after it got some good news yesterday. So that's where we sit, stand there, whatever body posture you're choosing to take on this fine Friday morning. News today. Making your world in this world today. New York Fed Manufacturing Index coming up at 8:30, 9:15 U.S. industrial production. While there's nothing going on right now yet, I'm going to mute and finish my breakfast. It's like we're trying to pop up here. Our ATRs are high for this time of morning. 13 on a 1 minute chart, 25 on the 3. I decided not to take that green candle. It's still in the shaded area. All my testing shows that everything should be out of the shaded area most of the time. Morning, Jake. How are you today? Cool. Storming here right now. It's supposed to rain on and off here for the next 7 days, with the exception of Sunday. Sunday's going to be sunny. See green candle trying to creep up here. Shading is kind of flashing. Hey, visual trader. Yeah, I've experimented with Renkos in the past. Not the most convincing green candle here. Back in the shading. Back in the shade. Matter of fact, it just turned red. We're burning red. Do you use Renko's visual?
Order filled.
Damn it, I forgot to unmute. Sorry about that. I just, okay. I probably, let's see, everything you missed. Took a trade on Top Step for 91 bucks, 5 micros. This trade doesn't look like it's going to work out right now. And Digital Trader, I was saying, you said time is the worst enemy. I would say that that's true for a lot of things in life. I need something to beep when I'm muted, so I know if I mute to remember to unmute. But then I'll be probably here like, what's that sound? Why is that beeping? How you doing today, SK?
Order filled.
There we go. Target hit. That was a good 10-point trade. Small red, I hope. Excellent. I like hearing that. I mean, I don't like hearing losses. Obviously, I don't want to see anybody lose, but if you got to lose, lose small. Well, and that's the thing. If you've learned from that mistake, then it's not a mistake. It was a learning opportunity. Uh, it was tuition towards your trading education. You gotta frame it in a positive way. Yes, it's a nice move up here as well.
Okay.
Excuse me. Good morning, Robin. How are you? I'm doing all right. Any fun playing this weekend? Pulls back a little bit here. So our low of day at NQ now 168.75. It did pop up. Wow. It popped up 60 points. Pulling back a little bit now, but we are moving this morning, and I don't really see. I don't know what the catalyst was overnight. I don't really see anything. I might have missed something though. Morning, Carlton. That sounds fun. I'm doing well, thank you. No, not yet. sometime soon. Have a great weekend, Jake. Enjoy the graduation ceremony. Another new low. That's new low, not nude low. 155.50. I should have taken that purple candle. I gotta learn to start taking with trend trades. It is the biggest thing holding the ox back. You know, you think one day I would remember to plug in the headphones like less, with more than an hour before I need to use them when Melody comes on. Okay, they probably don't need plugged in, but rather make sure that they have been charged versus dying. So if this doesn't recover, this is the biggest sell-off since March 27th. So about a month and a half, a little more than a month and a half. Stormy here when I woke up. It looks like those are past now for the most part. For my next trade as we continue to fall. Dribbling down. ATR, still 16. Hey, TGIFG. What you got planned for the weekend? Nice. Maybe a turnaround here. We got we do have a shaded area, blue shade. 1 for the money, 2 for the show, 3 to get ready. Now go, cat, go, and don't you take trades in my blue shaded areas. I am so sorry. That didn't even sound good in my head. That's a blue candle. Everything's big today. Yeah, sorry, I meant to reply to that email, G, and I ended up forgetting. Yep. Well, he had to because Pal's staying on, and so there was no room for a moron. I mean, Moran. I'm guessing he'll be back if Trump is able to fire Cook, or if Powell decides to step down at some point. It's Mr. G's YouTube channel that he just posted. You all should check it out. Give him a follow. Give him a subscribe. Post some good content. Very good content. So I took a risk. Why isn't it showing? I didn't take it, right? Wrong account. Wrong account. Took a trade on ES, but it was right into the 9 on the 3. Which it pops up here. Does not look like it's going to. Looks like it's going to stop me out. Right into the 9, which is why I should not have taken it. This is why I did it on one account and didn't take it on NQ because I knew ES would hurt less. It's coming back. Nice work, Crep. When did you start trading MYM? Yeah, I need to send RJ an email to see if we did something to anger him or if he just decided we were no longer for him. Stopped out. Kind of deserved that. We're about 12 minutes away from the top of the hour. And Q's still dripping down. How low will we go? Will we recover at the bell? That's the questions we ask here at MIGHTYOX Trading. There's a little blue candle from Pasadena. That's a tempting blue candle. We'll see if I regret not taking that one. Yep, I regret it. Yeah, we've got a very nice trade there. So let's try and get back up to 200. So we dipped down to 142.50. We're up at 50 points back up from that. Hey, John, how you doing? Oh, excellent. Excellent. We need to get back to 200 now. Is this going to be our reversal for the day, and we're going to start heading up? There is the top of the hour, and we pull back a little bit, back down to 180. So right back down. So I guess no. The answer is no. This isn't where it's going to reverse. All right, Ace. I'll have a safe trip. Is this where you wish you had to go into the office? The trade? It's at 74.34.50. Hey, Jay. And we're bouncing back up. So we had the pullback and now coming up less than a minute to go on this candle. We'll see where it goes. I don't know where it's going. Thank you, Jay. And how are you on this beautiful Friday?
Order filled.
Taking along. taking along, and hopefully all the right places taking along. Sorry. It burst up a little bit and then got knocked back down. It got knocked down. Will it get up again? Don't know. Yeah, I don't like it now. Yeah, I got you. I got you, Ace. Fun, Jay. You might be seeing that total and then a few go away because if this trade doesn't work out, as it's looking like it's not going to.
Order filled.
Yep, I'm out. So that's going to hurt that total. Fudge. Fudge sandwich cookies. I watch it come right back up here. Yep. So it actually would not have stopped me out with where I had my stop, but I didn't want to take the chance. Kind of sucks. Kind of sideways here as we head toward the bell. Yep, can't decide where it wants to go now. I don't know where it's going. I only know where it's been. Yes, trying to push up. It's above its EMAs that NQ's struggling to get above. Morning, USC. Ace is on the road, so he may or may not say hi. When he said on the road, I hope he's driving somewhere and like somebody didn't hit him and like he's left there as roadkill. Now we are pushing up here a little bit again, trying to get back to 200. Uh, Probably low for the month, but we're supposed to have rain every day for the next 7 days, up to like 2 inches total rain. So it should catch up. Yeah, it's been cool here as well, but this weekend it's supposed to get up into the near 90. Sounds like you can put some salad dressing on it and you know. Nice little rise back up here. Here, message. Oh, thank you. Not sure why it disconnected. There we go. Yeah, yesterday was hard. Yeah, I wouldn't be well. I mean, the only reason I would be surprised about a rate hike anymore is because of Warsh. 74.45 on ES. 5 minutes till the bell. Got my headset because I believe we should soon see Ms. Melody. What do you guys think? Red or green at the bell? Oh, there's a pop before the bell. And there's Ms. Melody. I just caused Greg to spit his coffee all over. Good morning. How are you?
Good morning. Doing all right. Happy Friday.
Happy Friday.
I see we did some fun stuff overnight, so should have a good day. We'll see.
Yeah, big drops overnight, which means we probably are going to go to 30,000 here at the bell.
I mean, if I had to put money on something, although I shouldn't say that because I would have to. I mean, I am putting money on something. So. I was just checking out Trump's schedule for the day. It looks like we won't have much. He's on a plane, basically, for the rest of the day. So, unless he's tweeting from the air, which wouldn't put it past him. Be quiet for news from him anyway. Now, I did hear there's some interest rate scuttles, so who knows who will talk about that more today.
Yeah. It's going to be interesting to see what happens with interest rates. Some people are really thinking there's going to be a hike at some point. We were just talking about that with Mr. G was just mentioning that. So, I don't know. It's definitely going to be interesting.
2 minutes till the bell.
Isn't it also an interesting rise here as we come into the bell? Up. We're up 100 points from 15 minutes ago.
Yeah, I wasn't expecting that either.
And that's the other thing. I've never really seen any major catalysts, but our ATRs are high and have been all morning. I mean, I looked at it when I woke up this morning at 6 a.m., and the ATR in the 1 minute was 20. Right now, before the bell, it's 17 on the 1 minute chart. So we're moving.
Yeah, that's wild. I mean, usually it's several minutes after the open. Our ATR is getting to 20.
Yeah.
Yikes. Well, money's in the market today, I guess.
Look at this rise here before the bell. Watch it gain everything back it lost overnight. It is just could be for a wild ride today.
Yeah. Wow.
Hey, good morning, JJR. Hope you told whoever you're on the phone with that we said hello. I have no idea what we're going to do with the bell. Before this rise, I would have said we were going to rise up, but we just rose up a lot, and we're starting in a blue shaded area. So, no idea what's going to happen. Not that I ever really have an idea. The market's confused too, apparently, because it didn't like burst one way or the other.
But it had enough volume to lag my quant hour. So there's just a lot of really tight volume in there.
Pull back. Down 25. Yes, pull back by 7. So we dipped down from opened at 78, dipped all the way down to 202. Now we're back up to 264. Yes, not really bouncing though. It's down 12 and a half. YM's also down hard. Gold's down hard. Crude's just kind of sitting there, right under 100. That was the other weird thing about the overnight. Everything went down, including crude. Crude dropped down to like 97 while the indices are going down.
See, nothing makes sense anymore. That's too bad. Just when you think, just when you think something's like, oh, that makes sense. But I also then like, yeah, I don't know. They're gonna have to disconnect at some point. But it just nothing makes sense.
Now we're dropping fast. Barring a huge 1-minute bounce here, we're going to finish the first 5-minute candle red.
That'd be a pretty epic bounce.
Yeah. Got down to 188. Did bounce back up to 225 on NQ. Wow. Okay. Here's an epic bounce for you.
Got 5 seconds. Oh, now we're cruising though.
So the first 5-minute candle did finish red, but it only finished red by 24 points when it had dipped by 90 total points at one point.
Wow.
Opened at 278, dipped all the way down to 188, and came back up to 254. Dow still coming down. ES and NQ trickling down. NQ still hovering above 200, just barely. Nope, just broke it. Oh, now we're going for low of day. Bottom's dropped out. Low of the day. I mean, I'm going to say low of the overnight, although it happened less than an hour ago. 142 half. We're down to 150. We had just hit 151 on that candle.
I'm honestly just waiting for it to sweep that and then go up.
That would not surprise me. bounce. It's a 63-point bounce so far. 73. Didn't quite sweep that low, but wow. Oh, our ATR on the 1 minute chart is now 35. Back under 200. It's fighting. Excellent work, JJR. Yeah, I would agree with that. G, ES is a little weaker. Not that we judge. Just needs a little more time in the gym. And back down. Man, I can't even do anything with this on the 1 minute chart. Wow. Beautiful, JJR. Keep that up, USC. You're going to have a 6-piece nugget.
Feel free to get a 20-piece and share. That's always allowed. Here we go. Yes, got its low.
Keep coming down. It's hard as well. It's still about 30 points away from its low. Well, USC, here's a fun fact that I'm both proud and ashamed of. Back when I worked at McDonald's, the Wummelsdorf, yes, that's the name of a real town in Pennsylvania, Wummelsdorf, McDonald's, I set the record that I believe is still held today, but I haven't talked to anyone there in a long time, for most nuggets eaten in a shift at 144.
That's a lot of nuggets. That's you know what, that should be a record. And if it is a record, Be proud of it. People compete for those. I mean, I'll be honest, I worked at Dairy Queen and I am glad we didn't keep track of how much ice cream we consumed.
We did break the low now and then Q. We're down to 121. Oh, if the owner knew I did that, I would have been in deep. Because he was a penny pincher. If you wasted a cup, he was upset. Yet he had 9 cars and a motorhome.
Yeah, that one extra paper cup would have taken away that motorhome. Oh, no, just kidding. Yeah, it's crazy when you think about how much money people are willing to spend, but by golly, if you spend one, it's over.
The funny thing is, he's no longer the owner of that McDonald's or any McDonald's because apparently he got nailed for workers' comp fraud of some sort.
Shocker.
Good work, JJR. Yeah, one of those cars was a 1963 Corvette convertible. I believe that was right.
Oof.
Yeah.
See, day traders get a bad rap for wanting their Lambos and Ferraris, but I'm like, have y'all looked at the last McDonald's owner? Like, no, I'm just kidding. But why don't they get a bad rap? At least I'm not underpaying employees, you know? So at least there's that.
I haven't heard any of mine complain about being underpaid yet. Teo's not here. Hassan's not here.
Oh, gosh. He really flew back up out of those lows.
Well, this is a 55-point candle, and what a bounce. So we got down to 0.89, and we're back up to, well, we just went back above 200. So a 100-point bounce in about 4 minutes. Okay. Welcome back, Crypticon. Wild day, wild day. And talk about almost whiplash, because I was thinking, well, we probably haven't been down here recently, and then I realized, I just looked at it. The low day from 2 days ago was 0.55. It just, we went up so much, went up to almost 800, that it didn't feel like we were down this low that recently.
No, and just the amount of movement it feels like too. Like you feel like you should be further one way or the other.
I mean, yeah, the ATR on the daily chart right now is 490.
That's aggressive. That's a lot.
Yep, that's what I have too, JJR. The ATR is just absolutely wild right now. Nice work on the Nuggets. I'm gonna have to end up doing a AI video about Nuggets. And we're right back up to 200 after dipping down to 163. I feel like we're all going to soon get contacted by an injury attorney seeing if we want to take legal action for this whiplash.
There you go.
CNQ rising. So we hit 291 right after we opened. We're back to being within 30 points of that. We're back to being within 20 points of that. Overnight high was really up there, so I don't know if we're gonna get back there, but not without the not. It's in the realm of possibility. That's what I'm trying to say. 734 is the overnight high. That would be quite the recline. Hey, Teo. Beautiful trade, JJR. And we whip back down. Alrighty then. Down we come.
That's awesome. You see, I was just gonna ask. I was like, was that a nugget? Curious how far those usually go. Like, what's a target on those?
This is a 113-point candle back down. Oh,
Well, that's good to know. You see, I feel like it's always good to have a target and then leave a runner anyway, if you can. When I work my way up to 2 micros, I will do that.
I keep telling myself I should do that too. And we're right back up 50, 60 points. You know, if I could truly lock in, check out the 1 minute chart here, guys. This is, I find my chart on that computer. There it is. Let's move down to the 1 minute here. Nope, I hit the wrong chart. 186. Look at this. Okay, look at this. So now the open was a mess, but since then, this clear area that has no shading, beautiful move back up. Came back down, purple candle in the brown means continue down. Blue candle, no shading, up. Purple candle, no shading, down. Blue candle with shading, go with the trend. Purple candle, no shading, go take the reversal down. Green candle, no shading, back up. It was almost perfect.
Yeah, that's the 1 minute. A little rapid fire, but
Yeah.
so yeah, you'd have to lock in, but it could work.
I would need JJR type lock in this. That's not a word, but you know. And we're back down here, coming right back down. And again, purple candle with shading. That means with the trend, hit the 9. And that's another, so far, 16 points. And I believe, was that another nugget there at USC? Because that went up to 210 and then back down.
There it is, Teo. There he is.
I tried to use Grok the other day to make just an attractive pineapple girl for Teo. And Grok went rogue on me and gave me outright pornography.
Oh my God. But in pineapple form?
Yes.
Or not even in pineapple form?
Well,
Like,
partially pineapple, yes.
okay. Oh, Grok. I hear it's good for coding. I've never tried.
Yeah, I could not show it on stream. There's no way. Even if it wouldn't offend anybody, it could literally get the channel shut down.
Oh gosh.
We're hanging around 200 now. We're going wild on both sides of 200, but we're hanging around 200. Yeah, I literally could not show it on here, Crypt. Even if I mean, I would never show it anyway. But even if I didn't care what people thought, YouTube could literally shut me down for it. uh, oh, you see, I tried to make a not YouTube, sorry, an AI video of an attractive pineapple based woman for Teo the other night. You know, if it had been like appropriate, I was going to surprise him with it on stream. But Grok, where I was just doing the AI video, gave me outright pornography. It's trying to push up to 234. Dow's pushing up as well. Gold's pushing up. ES pushing up. Crude coming down. Crude broke back under 100, 99.56. Right now, this is untradeable in the 3-minute chart. Candles are too big, and it's just going up and down. This is a 1-minute type of day, but I mean, even the 1-minute candles are kind of like dangerous. It's giving setups, but ugh. Big range chop. Yeah, I mean, this is a huge range. Oh, you know what? I forgot to turn on the orb. See how... Let's see, the orb is 151 to 291, so 140 points. And wow, it has been staying in that range. Look at this. Let me turn on the orb on the other computer. Orby, are you here? Nope, you're in the other one. Which, of course, is on ES for some reason. And cool. So the orb there, it's hard to see. Boom. Top is that blue line, bluish aqua line there. It's breaking above right now. And you can see how it stayed in that range the entire time. It dropped below in that one quick drop. It got right back above it. And it's kind of, they've been acting like Bollinger Bands almost. Bouncing off the top, the bottom. And now it looks like it might bounce off the top again. Did break up above 300, 302. Now we're breaking back above 300 again. Breaking up is hard to do. There we go. Now we're starting to move up. Getting double bells, the blue shaded area here on the 3. 1 minute also give me a double bell. Kind of stalling at this 334 level. Well, as I say, that it bursts up to 342. But it is actually interesting. Let's roll back here a little bit. Let's go to a slightly higher time frame. You can see here as we were coming down in the middle of the night, it popped back up about to this level. It got up to 375 before continuing down. So that's our next area of resistance. 375. We're at 356 now. We'll have to see if it can get through there. The other interesting thing is here, if you look at this is also in the middle of the night. It was actually right after London opened. We popped up. You see that orange line there? That's the bottom of yesterday's orb. And that's exactly where it stopped and went back down. So those are our levels to watch. That level's at about 450. As we run right now. Have a great weekend, Crypt. We'll see you Monday. Still grinding up here. It's at that level I talked about, the 375 level from 3.5 hours ago. Let's see if we can get through there, or if it's going to double top. Showing a little weakness here. Hit that area, got a little above it, came back down. You see the blue shading. You see the double bells. It's outside Bollingers. Everything points to a reversal here. Could very well be a reversal just to come down some before it launches higher upwards. Maybe not. Back to the 380. Yeah, there it's starting to turn around. Do I want to dare try taking this off a 1 minute shot? I should have taken it off the 1 minute chart. I'll be up 12 points. Must study more this weekend.
Well, at this point, you need to be starting to test like days of the week kind of thing. Like, what if Fridays are your 1 minute day and then every other day is 3, or who knows?
That's a good point. Down 50 points on this 3 minute candle. Well, 45 now, but still. So I was right. my feeling was totally right about double topping in this area and pulling back. I gotta start listening to some of those feelings and start trusting that, because like I mentioned, all the signals that were there, we had double bells on 2 different time frames. We had a purple candle, we had a double top, we had everything.
So what were the things that kept you out of that trade? Or was it just because it's like not necessarily your strat?
It was because it was on the 1 minute, basically.
Oh,
One
sure.
1 minute purple candle. So I was waiting to see what, because I've been burned before where I see both, forming on both the 3 and the 1. I jump in on the 1, and then the last minute of the 3, it totally reverses. So I was kind of. That's why I was saying more. I need to do some more testing this week and to see how this kind of aligns with the 1 minute chart.
Yeah, well, that makes sense.
Because technically, I should have just gotten into that 3 minute trade, about a minute ago. Now, I didn't. But now ended up being a 50-point candle. So A,
Yep.
I wasn't comfortable with that, and B, it was getting close to that 9, but it would have given me at least 10 here. It actually would have given me 20. But whereas, let's see, that purple candle on the 1 actually would have been a 29-point stop, which is still huge. But with one, if I would have done it with 1 micro, that's about $60 versus $100 on the 3 minute chart.
Yeah. I think you should be able to get some pretty good data on that, because I think that there will be, to some extent, like you said, this one had had so many of the signals.
Yeah.
And so you might be able to get to the point where like how many need to be there for it to click, and then you just need to count that many instead of questioning the whole time.
Right.
Claude will figure it out.
There you go. There's your 6-piece nugget, USC.
And that completes the Mighty Kids meal. But I hope you got a good toy.
We just bounced off the top of the orb. I mean, it dipped underneath it, but the candle body came back up, sat on it, and now we're bouncing up off of it. Oh God, USC! I'm so glad that wasn't XXX69, or Teo his head would have exploded.
Oh gosh.
And we are popping back up. Sitting right above 300.
Ooh.
And now we're, well, we tried to pop back up and get knocked right back down. Still staying on top of the orb, top of the orb to the top of the wall. Oh, 290 is at 291. It's just kind of doing a tight wall balance in there. Wow, Tail. Wow, wow, wow. Yep, right back up. Bouncing off that orb. Okay. Once again, we're heading up as crude is heading up as well. Everything is looking kind of positive right now. Gold, Dow, yes. Yeah, that's what I was thinking, JJR, looking at the 1 minute chart, that scalping was probably the way today.
Yeah, I mean, unless you got in big on the open, or caught that one reversal, like those are the biggest moves.
And see, I'm also wondering if ATR goes above a certain value, if then it becomes more of a scalping situation off the 1 minute versus the higher time frames, because at least with my setup, the higher time frames require the higher stops.
Mm-hmm. That makes a lot of sense, actually. Like immediately, I think that makes sense because it would be then just based on the ATR. That's the chart you would trade that day. Like I could see that happening. That would help too, I think, with like trading different overnight. Like if you really did want to trade Globex and or London, but you're used to trading New York, then you could kind of adjust your strategy that way instead of just hoping it works.
Yeah, that's a good point too. We're trying to come back down now. How's everybody else doing? Red, green, or somewhere in between? And Nugget Girl, we already know how you're doing.
Now you could ask Grok what Grok thinks a Nugget Girl looks like, just to see.
Gonna end up needing to create a secret Discord room just so people can see these. You're doing great today, JJR. Excellent. Kicking butt. These seem to be the type of days you do best, I assume. High volatility and where we're kind of moving in both directions, but that allows you to get your longs on a regular basis, but without hesitation of wondering whether it's going to keep going up, if that makes sense. Hey, MR. How's the Netherlands today? Same here, MR. And purple candle coming back down. We were kind of sideways there with big candles. Our ATR on the 1 minute has fallen to 31. I mean, it's still big. Thank you kindly, MR.
Hey everyone! It's time to gore the like button.
I am doing well, but what do you mean you see that I'm doing well? And I just created the Nugget Girl video, and I can't show that one either.
Yeah. Yeah, I figured.
Oh. That MF. I thought you were talking about the affiliate. I was like, what? But yeah, that's an eval. And it was doing better earlier. It was as high as 440 on the day. And again, we bounced off the orb. Came down to 283, just bounced back up to 317. Sorry, Nugget Girl got me flustered. Oh, now we're dropping. Can it break through? They're USC's nugget. I think that's what Grok used, actually, USC. In interesting places. Okay, now we are back firmly inside the orb. And down below 300, down to 281. Teo, I can't believe you sent me 25 messages asking to see the video. No, yeah, he didn't really send me anything. Sitting at 270, falling. Now we're going to go down to the bottom of the orb, which is 151. We are about.
I could see.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Did you say 151?
Yeah, it's the bottom of the orb.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah, I can see it.
We have about 40 minutes until London close. Morning, Hassan. We understood USC. Turning around here, single bell. Single bell. At I got 2.5 minutes on it yet, so I'm going to try and quickly respond to Casey on Discord before I have to decide whether I want to enter this trade. Well, minute 19 to spare. Yeah, then I would have been like, when you want to trade, I'll be like, sometimes you feel like a nut. And when you lost one, I'll be, sometimes you don't.
That'd been perfect. Wasn't there a whole South Park episode about everyone's got to make their nut? That's what I thought of. We're just out here to make our nut.
All right, this is a 42-point candle. I don't have an MNQ chart ready that's set for not copy trading a whole bunch of accounts. So we're gonna try this on the eval. Blue candle, single val, back above everything, including the orb.
Order filled.
Oh, no, stop. That's a smart way to get into a trade. Oh, turning around on me. Yeah, come on, come on, come on, come on. Give it to me, baby. I hate it when I have competing bells. I had single bells onto the upside on one, and I had to the downside on the three. The one's gonna win. Ouch. Yep, back down to 300. See if it bounces off 300. Nope. This is gonna hurt. Trying to push back up though. Still got single bells on the three. Pulled back enough on the one that the single bell went away there. And it's just bobbing at 300. Yeah, is it gonna hurt?
Order filled.
There we go. Ouchie, oochie, oochie, ouchie. Ouch. It was that big of a stop? Yikes. Alrighty then. I didn't think I had that big of a stop because I didn't have it down the full candle, but I guess I did. I'll watch it come right back up. Bouncing back up. So now technically if I put my stop all the way down where it should have been, which would have been at 271, it would not have hit it. So another lesson learned. Can it break back through 300? Or doesn't want to stay going down in the orb? Wish I had a crystal ball orb to tell me. Hey David, how you doing? Still coming down. say this. Down we come.
I keep wanting to go short, and then it goes back up.
Yeah, it's not really being nice right now. Blue candle in the 1. I really want to take it long, but it went right into the 9. Coming back down. Yeah. And now I missed it. That would have worked. I was gonna get into it, and I literally missed hitting the button. I could have still got into it. Look at that go.
Okay.
Thank you, Teo. Sorry about my quietness. I've been trying to give Casey some advice. Wow, 10 nuggets. And I mean, in all seriousness, you see, this is really awesome because I mean, I know normally you're like 2 or 3 trades and you pretty much call it for the day. There's still good ones. You're making, you're proving that this works. Ugh. That one guy has nothing positive to say ever. And we are going nowhere all of a sudden. Nowhere with still big candles because we still got a 29 ATR.
No trades for me.
I don't. Yeah, I've only taken one.
Yeah, it's just been kind of one of those. Nothing fit in my strat really. It's frustrating too because there's been some times I wanted to get in trades, but I honestly couldn't find a reason to. And then like those go in your direction sometimes, but obviously a lot less often than they would go against you. But that's about all I've seen.
Oh, and Alf just brought up a good point on the Discord. Today's options expiration day for the month.
I really forget how early that is. I always think it should be at the end, but it's not. I mean, this is technically like the second to last week. Second to last, no, there's a whole nother full week. Weird.
Can you hear the anger in my typing? In case you're wondering who's got my dander up, V and 96. True. And it wasn't the market making me angry. Market doesn't want to make me angry. He won't like me when I'm angry. I see you hard at my comment there, USC. Of course, I think you know I mean Ace. And the thing is, I said he has about one red day a month, and I actually believe he has like one red day every 6 months. But I didn't want to like get them all be like, there's no way. All right, JJR, have yourself a great weekend. We'll see you on Monday. Trying to push up here again off of 315. We got inside that order, but it never really broke down. And now we're back outside of it, heading back up. High of the morning, 382. High of the overnight again is up in the 700 somewhere. I don't think we're going to get back up there, but I could see us hanging between 300 and 400 the rest of the day. Or even higher, we could retrace as high as 500 or, it's going to be interesting.
Sometimes you just get a crazy Friday pump out of
Yeah.
nowhere too. That's
Yeah.
just like,
That's right. I forgot I did take a trade on Top Step earlier. Way earlier. It was when shortly after the stream started, and I am up $91.30 there on 5 funded accounts.
Nice.
That was a long at about 8:15 Eastern from 193 to 203. Cup and handle in the 5 minute. I never catch those chart patterns. Okay, I think I kind of see it. I am not good with those classic chart patterns that everyone sees easily, like cup and handle, head and shoulders, knees and toes. I'm just not good with those.
I think I've said this before. I can find flags and pennants. Couldn't tell you what to do with them. Couldn't tell you which one's a bull flag, bear flag. I don't know. Then there's like a couple different ones. But I can see a head and shoulders in every single chart on any time frame. And I don't mean when they happen. I mean, I can look at a chart and say, there's a head and shoulders. Not helpful. Not helpful at all.
Sorry to hear that, sire. It's always bad to have a painful day on a Friday because then you have all weekend to think about it. See, I think Phoenix needs to change their name because when you think of a phoenix, when you blow an account, you think it should rise from the ashes and come back and restore itself.
I think they don't lean into that enough. They should be selling hella resets.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Rise from the ashes, 50% off resets.
Y'all are part of my marketing team if I ever start a prop firm.
I mean, at some point, it's easy. I don't know. Yeah, just finding the capital. Because everything's a white label anymore, basically.
I mean, the hard part for me, I mean, obviously, I don't think I have the capital at this point, but the hard part for me is if I have my own prop firm, then I really would need to ditch my affiliate earnings from other prop firms because I don't think they would like me. I mean, it would seem weird to promote other props while having my own.
Yes, that is very true. Now, if you're on your way to being a billion-dollar industry, that probably doesn't matter. But it takes a minute to get there. So. I just got to imagine there's a couple big props that their people are making a lot of money.
Oh, yeah. But yet we have seen props close down legitimately because they couldn't figure out how to make it work. Kronos closed down. Funding ticks closed down.
Yeah.
And they weren't, at least as far as we're aware, like buying exotic cars and paying for weddings.
No, they were not overly scammy. And they had, they had their pricing was pretty similar to everything else. Their accounts were pretty similar to everything else. Like, it is just a thing of, I mean, not everyone's set to run a business either. So
right, exactly. Teo, yeah, I believe you're right. You mean their sister firm that was such a stupid concept. Yeah, I beta tested their sister firm and spent 30 minutes on a call telling them how bad it was. The other people that were beta testing knew how I felt. They went before I did, and they were just sitting back trying not to burst out laughing because they knew what I was about to tell them. Yep. Yes. Wow, Teo. Uh, funding funding trading, something like that. Something stupid. Even the name was stupid. I mean, the website might still be up. Supposedly they were selling it, but I don't think that really happened. Yeah, here
funding
it is.
Traders.
No, funding trading. Here it is. We're this was it. I'll post the link in chat before we go here. If it lets me, there we go. That was their sister site, and you had add-ons for you could pass and refund, rollback, resets, but they still did all the stupid stuff that Earn to Trade still does, where it's a hard DOL that fails you. If you accidentally use too many contracts, you get locked out for the day, which is a step up from when they used to fail you for that. Whereas every other prop just blocks it, so you can't use too many contracts. You just get order rejected. And I don't know if they still do this or not, but every other prop, if you accidentally hold into the close or whatever, they liquidate you. In every other prop, they're on Earn or Trade, and this one, it's a failure if you forget to close your trade by the end of the day. So, but that hard DLL is the main reason Earn or Trade doesn't get much traction.
It's just one of those weird things of why do you even put it in there? Like, why even put it in there? Because obviously people are going to have to follow it themselves or fail. So you might as well just have them fail the whole account.
Yeah.
Then they'll buy a new one. Like that's the business end of it doesn't even make sense necessarily, let alone the trader aspect. Because yeah, I might get penalized, you get margin called, or I get like, if NinjaTrader has to auto liquidate me, I pay like $25 or something. Like, yeah, you can get penalized, but they don't shut down my whole account,
Yeah. Exactly. All right. London has closed for the weekend, which means we have wrapped up another week. It was a good week, though. Well, it was an okay week. It was a different week.
Yeah, super different.
But we'll be back on Monday for another week. I think next week is calmer. Like there's no
Yeah.
major
Well, now you
news.
jinxed it.
Well, okay. There's no major news events that I'm aware of
Yeah.
for next week. Put it that way.
True. And going into a holiday, so next Friday might be a little slower because Memorial Day coming up on the Monday after that. So
That's a good point. So until
we'll see how it
then.
goes.
Until then.
Cool. Thanks, everybody. Have a good one.
Yep. Have a great weekend, and we'll see you Monday. Teo, buy a Tradeify crypto account. Have a great weekend, everybody. Bye.